Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to week 11. Second game on the docket here. Of course, we have none other than PKKA versus the 38th. PKKA is going to be playing the Axis side, and the 38th is going to be playing the Allies side here. We are on Carentan, of course, week 11 of the HPL. Hope you guys are having a good time, doing well, enjoying yourself on this Saturday here. Yeah, no, it's gonna be a good game. Yesterday we saw an interesting game from Core and from 1/16 that ended up almost going the limit. Core did win that 5-0, but they didn't have an easy time with it. 1/16 really gave them a challenge off the start, and pressed Core right to the very end. Core now very methodical, very relaxed and composed gameplay was able to take back that 3-2, and then just push from there, going on to win that 5-0 game. Not reminiscent of what we've seen from Core in the past. Usually they play games very quickly. However, on Carentan, they did play it rather slowly, which was something new to see from Core. 1/16 did give them some trouble. They had a really nice defensive plan set up off the get-go, using barbed wire and machine gunners to hold down lanes, especially on the flanks. But Core was able to push kind of on the north and the south at the same time. Their northern push was enabled by the fact that the Lux that 1/16 had guarding the north side went down. He kind of went way too far behind enemy lines, ended up getting taken out, and was not able to suppress the infantry effectively like he had been doing. So then Core was able to push on the north side, get a squad around on the north side, and get a garrison outpost up. And then consequently, on the same time on the south side, Core was able to push, break through the lines, break through some of these defensive corridors and lanes that had set up for machine gunners, and take that 3-2. Some nice play, a lot of mid-game, mid-map play from Core. I think on the last 2 points, Core was essentially behind 1/16 the whole time with at least one attacking squad. They were just roaming around looking for any Gary. So at some point, it was just a matter of time before 1/16 was going to lose those points. You can't let teams get behind you like that and completely dominate the back lines. I know, you have airdrops. You can use flanking maneuvers with supplies, but there's a point where you can't sustain that anymore. And 1/16 found that point and did drop that. Anywho, we're going to talk about today's game, though. We got PKK versus 38th. I'd love to touch on the last time PKK played, if we could here. Let's take a look at the standings first, though. PKK is 5th in the European League with 38th in 4th. This is going to be a big game. This could be a statement game for PKKA, but it also could be a chance for 38th if they can 5-0 this one to get into that playoff hunt. Of course, they're chasing down the 5 and 1/16. I think 1/16 might be out of reach for 38th, but the 5 is definitely not. Only 3 points separating them. And remember, the 5 did drop last week's match versus 38 3-2. So 38 taking 1 point off of the 5. And if they can win a 5-0 today, that's 3 points and they're tied. So this is going to be a really, really interesting battle for third place here in the playoffs of the HPL. For PKKA, though, they played 1/16 last time and almost cap race took mid off of them. They lost the match 5-0, but we've seen some of these offensive sparks over the weeks from PKKA. And if only they can get their defense, tie their defense together, they can be very dangerous. We saw it. So it was Hurricane Forest week 9. It was rescheduled and played on week 10, but that doesn't matter. PKK dropped an airhead and a bombing run perfectly on the midpoint, was able to establish themselves with one squad. Now, unfortunately, they didn't get the garrison of 1/16. So that garrison was allowed 1/16 to spawn reinforcements. And the cap race was like this. It was so close to call. And that could have been PKK going up 3-2 in that match. And you know what? There wasn't that long left in the match when that happened. So we could have seen PKK even get the first cap 4 of this season. And you know what? Teams like 38 have shown significant improvement. I'd love to see that kind of improvement for PKK. I know they're capable of it, and they've showed us, that they can even take points off some of the best German teams like 1/16. Anywho, going into the match today, we have Carentan here. So yesterday we saw Canal as the midpoint. I'd love to see a train station. I don't think we've seen one yet in the HPL so far. So a train station would be huge. I would just absolutely love that. In terms of other points here, yeah, Town Center, we saw that a lot in week 3 of the HPL. Some interesting fights. Actually, for week 3, PKKA, this is a week 3 rematch. In week 3 on Carentan, PKKA took Town Center 3-2. That was the first time they had taken the first point. They did end up going into kind of a cap race. I believe the next point after that was Customs. Don't quote me on that. I do believe that though. So it was Town Center and Customs. Now what happened was PKK positioned all their infantry on the north side of Town Center. There's a little building with a little backyard where you can place a garrison, which is where PKK had their garrison. Now, they unfortunately put all their troops there, and a beautiful satchel from 38th was able to neutralize that whole squad, which ended up collapsing the defense for PKKA. However, they were in a cap race with 38th on Customs. So PKKA, it's just these little things that if they can get right, I think they can really start to challenge some of these teams in this league. And hopefully we see that improvement on a week like tonight, where it's going to be a rematch of that week 3 game. Now, 38th, they need to keep doing what they're doing well. Their armor has been playing excellently. Their infantry has been pretty good. However, they did not get the same amount of kills that the 5 did last week on a Hurricane. The saving grace for them, honestly, was great strategy. They dropped and preset their garrisons on the next point. So as soon as they took back, it was North Pass, which was middle point on Hurricane, they were able to immediately respawn with a majority of their forces and go up 4-1. However, that didn't last, unfortunately for them. They couldn't cascade that into a 5-0. They ended up winning 3-2. But it'd be really interesting to see how they use their airheads, how they use their bombing runs and their supplies, since we've seen this kind of new look aggressive 38th. I'm really looking forward to it. In terms of what to look out for, yeah, so the tanks of PKK, I think we're going to see a lot of action from the Tigers and the Panthers. 38th, you know, I've seen them come out to some of the squad line battles, and they have some decent tankers too. So I think we're going to see some interesting tank fights in this. Really, the keys to victory here for 38th is going to be winning your gunfights and executing on those strategies well. And the start for both teams is going to be huge. For PKK, it's a little different. I think their attacking is pretty decent. Maybe if they could improve the timing of their attacks, maybe get on point a little faster, get their garrisons up a little faster, they're okay. The big thing is the defense. PKK needs to be able to get a defensive plan down that holds teams long enough. Say if they go up 3-2, that holds teams long enough for their attack to fulfill itself. Because a few times now we've seen that attack be there and be successful, at least in the initial stages. However, the defense just kind of falls apart before the attack can be realized. I'd love to see that defense kind of get a little stronger and be able to hold that point. And who knows, we could see PKA start taking off points from some of these teams, right? Actually, earlier I was wrong. I will correct myself. So PKK actually did take another 3-2 off of the 5, which was a really nice play. It was on Purple Heart Lane, and an artillery piece hit one of the PKK trucks as soon as it arrived to the midpoint and killed everybody in that squad, which allowed PKA to take the midpoint and go up 3-2. However, they didn't have any follow-up after that to then capitalize on that movement. Because, you know, in Hell Let Loose competitive is so important. It cannot be overstated how important it is to go up 3-2. 3-2 is the basis for anything that moves forward there. If you go up 3-2 on the point, you control and then dictate the flow of the game. However, if you're not ready for those next steps, i.e., getting set up for the next attack on the next point with garrisons, outposts, rotating your infantry squads. And what I mean by that is you'll have a one-man squad with a squad lead go out and put an outpost down, and then others will rotate after respawning into his squad to then utilize the spawns from that. That is a very integral part of competitive Hell Let Loose, and it's something that teams like Core, 1/16th, The Line, BST 2501ES use very effectively in their games, and some other teams that we're seeing start to utilize those tactics, like 38th, have improved their game significantly. So if we can see some of that from PKK, I think they should be in for a game right here, though. It is currently 1:35. We're 5 minutes past launch here. Don't know exactly if we have someone to flip the map. No, not yet. So I'm gonna have to put a call out on that. Give me 1 second. I'm just giving some people some shout outs because this map should be flipped and we should be starting this game. All right. So yeah, what else can we talk about? This week, the grapevine has come down that the next game that was scheduled to be played between 20th PCG and HL Tango is going to be a forfeit for HL Tango. That is a tentative forfeit. However, that game was going to be played in about 4 hours time. There will be an official update after this game where I can tell you for sure if that's going to be an official forfeit or not. But what it's looking like right now is Tango doesn't have the numbers. They're having some internal some stuff going on there. Hopefully they'll come back next week strong. That's one of the other teams that we've seen some promise from that I'd love to see kind of embrace some of these strategies that have been displayed from some of the top teams and put them to good practice. HL Tango hailing from South America and Central America, basically a conglomerate of Spanish speakers who love the game hell let loose and who are looking to get involved in competitive some more. Anywho, and also let's go back to the table. Let's talk about North America. So the line here is actually not in first place, despite them beating BST2 501ES. That's Malditos Bastardos Division 501ES from Spain, playing in the Americas League this year. Have done a really good job, especially against some of the lower ranked teams in the table, in solidifying those caps for and against. That's why they are in front, right? Also, you can see on the right side, we have points addressed there. They're 16 to 13 for the line. A line, I believe, is a bye week this week, and Malditos Bastardos can increase that points lead they have over the line on Sunday. So another match being played Sunday there. In terms of 20th PZG, they're rising very fast. Look out for them to be a competitor in the playoffs here. They've been doing a great job getting their team switched around. I mean, they forfeited week one, but they've been doing really good to get back into this league and get their team, you know, in a cohesive team working play style. Like it seemed like they had a lot of the keys down to success, but they were falling for some things that didn't work too well. Like when they had their defensive line set up, I remember Purple Heart Lane, I believe, versus the line. They were baited off of a defensive line on point and essentially left their point so undefended that a single artillery barrage combined with a nice respawn attack with two tanks from the line just smashed through the front lines of 20th Exodus and allowed the line to take that game 5-0. They do well. Their killing isn't too bad. Like their overall strategy is pretty good, and we've started to see some of their attacking skill. So I'd love to see a little more of them and see what they have. Now, Sturm Elite by no means is out of this either. They're on 3 points, but they can increase that point total. I think they're also. Let me check. Let me check the table really. This is going to be a tough game for Sturm Elite there because they're playing Malditos Bastardos Division 501 ES, and yeah, it's going to be a really tough game. I think this game is about mitigating damage. If they can lose the game or even hold like a 3-2, that's huge here. 3-2 is only 1 point. You know, if they can get a point off of Malditos Bastardos, that would be even better. I mean, it's all about damage mitigation at this point for Sturm Elite. 20th PZG is gonna take that FF, the tentative FF. So they're still gonna get some points for that. But you know, next week possibly Sturm Elite coming in here, if they're playing 20th PZG Exodus, HL Tango, I think they have a really strong chance. Now, I don't know what they've practiced, and we've seen instances like PKKA almost taking points off 1/16th. So at the end of the day, anything's really possible here, and it's not one or the other really. I've been proven wrong on many occasions in this league, so I don't want to call it for a team, but definitely the heavy favorites are going to be Malditos Bastardos tomorrow. I believe, I'm not... What happened to our server? I think our server, HPL Frankfurt just went down. Oof. Sorry about that, boys and girls. Gonna try to get back into it here. 29 of you waiting. Apologize. So yeah, what do you guys think in chat's gonna go down? I mean, if we get Town Center, artillery's gonna play a crucial role. I remember on week 3 we saw with Core versus 116th to the north where the church is, the north of Town Center, we saw a 116 squad get wiped out by a single Puma with one shot. Something like that can really change the flow of the battle. And like we've said, the PKKA have made plays that are just amazing when it comes to artillery plays on the 5, destroying that whole supply truck, going up 3-2. They went up 3-2 on this same map versus 38th with good artillery and just good infantry play on point. Their Achilles heel there when losing Town Center was just shoving everybody onto that garrison on the north side with the little building, and we'll show you if it is Town Center, and getting a satchel by a nice satchel play. So let's see here. Yeah, 38th. Okay, so it looks like the server did crash. We're a little late to start. I mean, we're 12 minutes past the starting time of this match, so hopefully both teams can filter back in quickly and we can get this one underway in a little bit of time here. But yeah, I'd love to see, I'd love to see linear maps too. I don't know about you guys, but oh, did I oops. Whoops. Apologies. Let's fix that right now. Apologies. Apologies for that. Yeah, that was marked incorrectly. It wasn't a 5-0 for 116th. Core did win that 5-0. I can confirm. My bad. Apologies there. So yeah, as we still wait for this map to flip and this game to get underway, I can actually take you on board and maybe show you some of the points while we discuss what happened on some of the other weeks. We can show you. Why not? So on Town Center, let's go in-game. Look here. So on Town Center, PKKA got set up in this building here. And what happened was they had a garrison on the back and their whole team defensively was on the front here with Town Center just being to the left of your screen. And what that allowed was one satchel to kill everyone on point here. So defending PKKA has to be a little better next time. There isn't 20 seconds left, by the way. Is there? Are we going live here? Yeah, we might be. Okay, awesome. Well, shit, guys. Let's go. Let's do this. Finally, the map has flipped. We're going to go live here with PKK versus the 38th. Nice. Are we? Or are we? I mean, the rollout here from PKKA is non-existent. They don't have any tanks together. They don't have anything going on. This has to be a flip. They only have 30 guys in the server. Okay, forget that then. We're not going live right now. We're going to wait a little time. Let's take a look at some of the other points on where you can put garrisons and stuff on point here. Now from 38th side, they have this decent little broken house here. It's fairly close to Town Center. However, you just have to be careful. All these streets give you angles of attack for machine gunners to shoot from. Another decent spot is in here on the back side. You can throw a Gary up in this little lane here and allow for both teams to push into point. Looks like we're going to be a double flip now. Since there's only 30 people in from PKK, but it's about 15 minutes past the start time here, so You know, these teams have to be a little more on it when it comes to getting everything together for these games. Right now, it looks like they're just going to be... we do have a supply truck coming straight to midpoint. But this is just warm-up right now for the game. He's going to be rolling on by, dropping supplies. Looking at the teams today, yeah, we see a lot of familiar faces from both teams. No, it's hard to pronounce some of these names. We've got Adizma going to be commanding tonight for PKKA. Don't know if we've seen him. I know here in Nagat, Omar, we've seen him out at some of the weekly events here. Who else do we have from 38th out here? Yeah, PZ Chill Music, really good tank there from the 38th. Yeah, some decent teams going to be showing up tonight for this one. Let's go over to Canal and talk about Canal Crossing. So what we saw yesterday from Canal Crossing was a nice defensive positioning in these north trenches from 116th, and a very nice defensive positioning on the south side here. They locked down some of these alleyways and allowed a really hard push from Core, but Core was up to the task, able to push down and kind of at the same time pincer on the north side. Now the key to the north side here was Core getting an infantry squad right along the edge of the map here. Now 116th did lose a Lux, which is a light infantry, light tank, you know, suited for fighting infantry with a little HE cannon there, 20 mil, I believe. But that infantry squad for Core was able to penetrate back all the way back here behind the point and kind of come down this canal here towards Canal Crossing, the strong point of which being right at this bridge right here. Now, once that happened on the north side, 116th was kind of off the point. They didn't have a huge defense set up and weren't able to counter the push on the backside. Both teams kind of chilling right now, just waiting for this one to flip. We're gonna have to double flip here if we want to start this game. I'm gonna go back to the chatting camera because we're still waiting here. So apologies. I'd love if I had some highlights ready to go to get this one going. Looks like we're about to flip. You want the meat grind, Runestown Rail? That's a good suggestion there. I'd love to see that. Runestown Rail. Wow, that would be madness, I think. Alrighty. What do we have here? Looks like the first flip has happened. We're gonna go for a second flip so PKK can get back onto the right side, so we can start this one. And there we go. I believe that is going to be the start of this one. Finally, about time. Thank you guys for waiting with us here. We're going to run the intro. We'll start the game. You know, sometimes these things happen. And we should be able to go from this. Anywho, we'll be right back with this match coming to you live from Carentan. What? Or not. Oh my God! 8 other bodies! Oh my God! Oh, it is about time. Finally, it feels like it's been a absolute mission to get this game started. Not too sure what's going on. I promise it will be solved for tomorrow. Apologies to all you who've tuned in to see this. This is not how these games usually run. First time that it's been a hiccup like this. However, we have both teams ready to go. Finally, we have a canal crossing. It's going to be 502nd, runes for the US, canal crossing for the center, customs, and canal locks. So this is a really interesting defensive setup for both teams here. I think advantage goes to PKKA on the defensive side of things. Going to be an interesting fight, though. I believe the advantage for the midpoint, at least, going towards the 38th here. We'll see how both teams are able to adapt to this flag layout. Of course, getting canal again for the second time in a row. Let's get a little higher here and give you guys a nice overview. You can see supplies coming down for 38th right in the middle of your screen here. They're going to look to get a garrison set up right north of Point here on canal. Again, sincere apologies for myself here. I don't directly manage the control of the servers. I really just do the broadcasting stuff. But I promise you guys I'll figure out what happened there and try and make sure that doesn't happen again. So we can kind of have these games coming in smoothly and on time for all you wonderful people who have tuned in. Of course, my name is Heathen Hammer. I'm going to be casting this one alone. Don't have any friends with me today for this one. So you can see the rollout coming from both teams. PKA looks like they have a decent position here on the south. However, on the north side, you can see both teams really coming in right at the same time. It's going to be an interesting fight for point here. Now, it looks like Pascal, if he can make it into these trenches here, should have a clear shot to make a garrison on the north side. Cole Compo putting down those supplies. That machine gun fire. Supply truck going down for PKKA. And it looks to be advantage towards the side of 38th on the midpoint so far. Big fight ensues on the north, though, inside these trenches. Rockets going back and forth. Bodies getting dropped. Chell is in a really nice space with that MG. Immediately, though, we're seeing, looks like armor going down from, what is that? Yeah, that's going to be a light vehicle. That's the Lux going down there on the German side. So advantage goes to PKK on the south, it looks like here. Advantage to 38 on the north. However, 38 is quickly making cap progress on point, to the point where they're almost 80% capped here. Now, what kind of answer does PKK have over here? They have OPs up. Dean is very, very close to this OP, though. Dean, what's going on? Chell and Corsair, are they there? They're invincible. Oh, they must have lagged out. That's a very odd thing to see. What's going on there? I don't know what is happening. Looking up the map, though, you can see that finally 38 has taken the midpoint, going up 3-2 on this one. Good play from them on the run out. Very, very odd situation, though, with Chell and Corsair. Rotating back up to the top map. Yeah, you can see PKK is slowly getting pushed off of that south side as 38 kind of advanced past the point here. 38th is going to look to get across these boats to cross the river and get a decent position up to attack customs now. Looks like we got the Omar tank over here with the Panther. Shelling, and getting a kill on the north side there. That's marked out as a recon vehicle, a motorized vehicle. PKK is not out of this fight yet. They are fighting hard for this midpoint. Spearheaded by this tank from Omar. Putting in work over here. Ooh, strong artillery though on the left side of your screen takes out a bunch. It's the second explosion on the backside. We're gonna have to zoom and boom over here to see what this was. Okay, so first one was a supply truck going down. And second, yeah, you got a Stewart there. Okay, so the Panther taking out a Stewart. No problem there. Easy shot for that Panther. PKK aren't giving up on this midpoint though. I like this fight and tenacity. However, their infantry line is getting absolutely massacred by artillery. Lexus, Ozim, Vasil, Dragonheart, Radis, these guys have to watch out. That artillery is nasty. Trying to look on the map to see if I can see a Sherman, maybe a 76 or a 75 come out here from the Allies. Right now I'm not seeing that, although they have crossed finally. So finally crossing here. I'm not too sure the defensive positioning for PKKA, why they didn't choose to send some bodies over here to cover this crossing, because now that 38th are here, they're going to be able to get a outpost up, drop supplies for a garrison, and really look to push customs hard from the backside. Ooh, also we have a recon vehicle coming in on the back, sneaking up on the backside of the Panther. Uh-oh, Panther's got to be careful. He knows about it, but not in time. The Greyhound takes him out. Nice play from the Greyhound here of 38th. Coming in on the backside and just yeeting that Panther out of existence. Now PKK has responded to this attacking push, looking to get a surround in on the 38th attackers here. Nice positioning from Andreev and Sergenchink, trying to stop any other forces from crossing here. But Sergen, I don't know if he knows about Digi, and no, he doesn't. He does. Nice kill there from Sergen. Crucial place to hold this 38 advance. PKK needs more guys over here though. They need more bodies. Sergen's not going to be able to do it alone. It's a 1v3-4 right now. Takes out 2. Nice. There's just so many bodies coming across. It's very hard just being alone. He's gonna have to patch right here as more and more squad leaders are able to shift over across this canal here. Oh, taking a shot and a grenade. Sergen's gonna go down. Valiant defense, trying to hold this bridge. Just not enough bodies here from PKKA. They're kind of stuck on the north side here. You can see getting hemmed into this spawn over here. It's an outpost. Bodies are going to drop, desperately trying to drop supplies here. You can see on the ground. If they can get a Gary up, that would be huge. Nothing going right now. 2 outposts left. However, lots of members of 38th pushing here. Pascal looking to get the flank on this outpost. It is going to go down very soon. He gets 1 kill on Lucky Punch. Vino though spawning in, saving the outpost. Really important here. Vino's got to get a few more kills, get some nades out, because Skill Panda and Rap are coming in. Ooh, nade rolls in. Not sure if that's going to take out the OP. Oh, it doesn't matter, because a nice machine gun peek from all the way from Tiger Man across the river, able to kill Vino there. Skill Panda's gotta push this OP though. Rap's gonna take care of it for him. And this flank looks to be down here. And actually, as we rotate to point, we can see cap progress already being made. Just smashing right through the middle of this line here for 38. Looking to go up 4-1 right away here on customs. Putin Vodka over here has another idea though. We'll see what he can do. He's got the MP40. Great platform, especially for defending here. He might want to get in a position where he can close the gap though and use it. Oh no, he's gonna get dropped. See, this 3v1. It's hard to win those. It's hard to win those matches. 3v1, especially when you don't have cover, right? Vitoni 3. Is he gonna get an OP down? No. Looking for something else on the backside. And this is looking really dangerous here. Just so dangerous from 38. Now PKK has brought a Tiger as a bombing run does come on to point. Gonna drop 2 or 3 guys on point. Honestly, the last defender is gonna get dropped here. KB Dwarf, we got Arkandor, we got Stanot and Loomis looking to take advantage of that bombing run. Consequently, second bombing run coming in. That's gonna be on the backside though. Ooh, are we gonna see another kill from this Greyhound here onto this Tiger? That would be epic. Greyhound's got an eye for it. He's gonna see the flank right here. He's gonna see the Tiger too. Not the Tiger too, the Tiger also. Oh my gosh, Greyhound gonna get a second kill on the Tiger. No way. No. That's not a good decision here. But can the Tiger shoot the Greyhound? I don't know if he can. It looks like the Greyhound's almost under the Tiger's gun. Can the Tiger get an impression? This is a ridiculous fight here. Greyhound does go down though, and so does the Tiger. Does he? No, he doesn't. Wow, lucky there from the Tiger. I think the Greyhound misplayed that a little bit. After the first shot, they could have just stayed and got a second shot there. I don't think they needed to really to try and do doosey doddle around behind. Doesn't matter though, as one man from the 38th is going to shoot a rocket right up the backside of that Tiger and take it down. The only one left on point here is Stanot. You know, defenders defending hard, but slowly recapping. More bodies needed on point from 38th if we want to take this. And Stanot needs to turn around. No, he's going to easily drop by Misha there on the backside. So now that Greyhound's down, maybe 38th is going to commit some more heavy armor to this. We'll see that for sure. It looks like Carnifex is in the open though. Uh-oh. XCDS is missing his shots, or actually he does not see Carnifex there. Unfortunately, looking instead at Combat Wombat on the backside. 38 though looks super prepped for the next point. If they can just take this one, they'll be in a really good spot to 5-0 this. Little squad push here from 38. Mind Shredder gonna get a kill with the nade. Cyanogen looking for a peek over the wall, right beside the Gary here. He's gonna get dropped though. Vin's in a nice spot for peeking over this wall too. Let's see this. Really important fight here for the point. This Gary needs to stay up if PKKA is going to hold this point. Needs to stay up. Uh-oh. 38th on the backside of the Gary though. Nade's coming in. Digiyell, this is going to be the last stand here. Misha's not got to drop a few bodies if he wants to keep this Gary up. Grenade's going out. Digi's going to come over the wall and peek on the Gary. Sees the Gary right now. Misha's holding a nice angle here. Yeah, nice angle there from Misha. Absolutely necessary kill to hold this Gary. It is last ditch offense here from 38. You can see supplies coming down also. Rap looking to go over the wall. Gets one. Does he get the Gary though? Putin Vodka doesn't see him. Neither does Misha. Rap gets one kill. Can he get a second or a third? No. Yes, he gets the Gary but gets killed. Lucky Punch missing his shot. Oh my gosh. Lucky Punch unlucky with that shot, does not get the insta kill onto Rap, and Rap takes down that Garrison, and that looks like it's going to be all she wrote for this defense from PKKA. Really clutch play there from Rap, getting a few kills, yeeting over the wall there, able to get the Gary out before going down. Nice play from him. No squad leaders left alive, and that's going to be the 4-1 here for the Allied side. 38th Infantry. Good plays on point. Good job. Now, what do we have on the last point? We did see a really nice setup from 38th onto the last point here. Looks like PKKA has got some bodies back there, but there's still a squad lead and Mr. Anderson over here doing some work on point. What can they get done? Kerberos looking to get an OP up possibly on point. You can see his little stopwatch out. He's not just looking at the time. Big spawn wave coming in from PKK though. Lots of blue bodies yeeting towards this point. They're rushing back, trying to get A defense setup. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Apologies for the cam. Let's find out. I hear tanks. Tank battle. That is artillery. Never mind. Artie's going off. Recon vehicle there, Panther there, not being utilized right now by PKKA. Looks like those tanks are just direct shelling the 38th boys here on point. Spotlight does come in though on the last point for the 38th, so they're gonna, yeah, and they've already started to capture the critical sector. Lexus 1v5 here. What does he have? Oh no, he doesn't peek that corner and he gets dropped. Loomis ready for that gunfight. Nice little positioning here on point here from 38. Tommy gun's a little hard to hit those long shots though. It's a little hard. Got to go a little closer with your shots with the Thompson. Cap progress still being made towards 40% here on point. PKK is just not getting to point effectively here. I'd like to see a reinforce up on point for sure, and maybe a defensive airhead here from PKK. I mean, if they can drop an airhead, maybe where Zamai is on the backside, they may be able to reinforce this point. Diesel is on point, commander with Dragonheart, but he does get dropped. Dragonheart going to be trying to clear some of these members of 38th off the point. Not going to be successful though. Cadaver ready for that one right as it happens. On the north side of things, PKK is pushing in, finally getting back on a point though. They're still losing cap progress. Really crucial to get inside the strong point here from PKK. Now I'm not liking 38's position on point. I mean, they're on one house, one satchel essentially. Takes 38 out. I'd like to see them spread out a little more. Maybe get some peaks on the backside here and try to stop this cap progress. Uh-oh. Rap is gonna yeet off the roof, but he gets the kill onto one member of PKK. But Andreev here saving the day at the end. Is he gonna do it? Ooh, I don't know. It's close, 90%. I think this is gonna be it here. Just at the end, not enough people back, and that's gonna be it. 5-0, 38th coming out with the win. Damn. PKK just not able to get that control at the end of the game. You can see there, 38th taking the win, 5-0. We'll be right back with some analysis from the game. And yeah, game ending 5-0 for 38th.
Oh my god!
Look at all the bodies! Oh my god!
Let's go!
38's going for a cap race. Hello guys, welcome back. My name is Heathen Hammer. That one is going to go 5-0 towards 38 as PKK they did well to get into that first battle, but after they lost that first point, it just seemed like a cascade going down for the rest of the match there. So 5-0 going to be the final score here. 38 taking it off PKK. Now this is going to be big for 38 because they are in the hunt. They need to 5-0 all their games if they want to get back in the playoff race. Like it's a must. No other outcome is acceptable right now because they did drop so many points early on in the season. Apologies as I just update the scoreboards there. Boom, 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 bada bing, bada boom. All right. Yeah, so if we look into this, let's check the table from before this weekend here. We got, so in the cap hunt, that's going to be now 38th on 9 points with the 5. So they are tied with the 5 here. They need to keep 5-0ing teams. Also to get the better seed for the playoffs, right? You don't want to be playing core or the line in the first round. You want to get by maybe one of the lower seeds in the first round so you can get off to the semifinals, the quarterfinals, right? But that's going to be good for them. PKKA, unfortunately, is still at 0 points, dropping this one 5-0. But the 5 is on notice now. The 5 having a bye weekend this week. they're gonna have to come next week and really show us what they're made of. Same with 38th, because it is on now in the European division. You know, anybody really, it's up for grabs. Anybody can take that last slot there. If we go to the map here and show you guys, so we did have Canal. We had Canal as the midpoint. Then we had Customs and Canal locks. So very close points here for PKKA. They didn't really have the time to set up a defenses. And like we said, once they lost Canal, they didn't really get a good defense set up on Customs. When they got onto Customs, at the top of your map there, PKKA didn't set up a defensive line and allowed members of 38th to get across the boats there. Now, this is really unfortunate because when they did send somebody up there, they defended it well. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but he had an SMG with the MP40 and he killed 3-4 bodies, but it was 1v like 6 and there was already 2 squads across at that point. Way too little too late. Not defending that north side on Customs really kicked PKA in the butt there. And from there, once that 38th 3-4 squads was able to get onto the island of Customs, it was essentially over. PKK had garrisons up, but they didn't have the combat width to deny any kind of flanking maneuvers. And then it was just 38th flooding into point time and time again. Some nice place to take the garrison from Rap. Really nice play. Got over the wall, got a few kills, 2-3 kills, and took it out just at the last moment. But one member of PKK spawned right on that garrison, and I don't know what happened, but when he whiffed his shot or something, because he didn't instantly kill Rap. If he had instantly headshot Rap, that garrison would have stayed up, and this game would have gone on potentially longer, possibly even with PKK picking up some points, maybe being able to fight back onto Canal. Now, one thing we did see was, compared to yesterday's game with Core, at Canal Crossing, PKKA didn't get set up properly on the north side. What they did is they brought their Lux, instead of bringing it to the south and across the bridge, they brought it to the north and parked it on the other side of the street. Now, this was in an open spot, and it allowed that Lux to get taken out very fast by a Sherman or a tank on the backside for 38th. I would love to see more teams bring that Lux across and onto the north side, and then help, I don't know, defend that north side canal crossing. It was very effective when 1/16th used it. Unfortunately for 1/16th yesterday, they yeeted it to its death. But that north side just spelled disaster from PKK off the start, unable to really hold it and lock it down. The south, they did pretty well. However, they got trapped in some of the open industrial areas and just absolutely got devastated by artillery. You saw that, I saw that, multiple times, squads getting wiped out. Really nice play from the Greyhound. One it was a nice play. On the other, I think it was a little bit of a fail, coming up behind the Panther the first time and one-shotting the Panther from behind. The second time, not able to get the Tiger on that one. They tried it, it almost worked, but it just, in the end, it wasn't strong enough. Dropping to that Tiger and dying on that one. That would have been a huge play, man. Greyhound with 2 kills against medium and heavies. Oh my gosh, I would have lost my mind with that. But unfortunately for PKK, they're going to drop that one 5-0 and still remain on 0 points. Let's take another look at that table right there. As you can see with that. And guys, if you're interested in watching more of the HPL here, we have more games. Unfortunately, the game for later today has been forfeited by HL Tango. They were not able to pull numbers for the match. However, tomorrow at 16, excuse me, maybe I need to correct this. Tomorrow at, I believe, 1700 EST, we'll have Sturm Elite versus BST 2501 ES coming at you live. So that's tomorrow, Sunday, right here on BR1 Gaming TV. Also, if you're interested in competitive games during the week, I do stream Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and sometimes Fridays too. Squad line battles on Tuesday. It's the same kind of thing, except instead of just teams, it is mixed teams from different competitive teams. So we do that Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and that's going to be on my own Twitch channel. But I hope you guys enjoyed the game. I'm going to leave it there for you guys and let you get back to your days and have a good one. But for me and everyone in this league in the HPL, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon with Sturm Elite versus BST 2501 ES. All right, everyone have a good one. Ba-dum bum. Ba-dum bum bum bum.